Hello and welcome to the Every Other Saturday podcast YouTube channel for instant match reaction to Rangers 4, Cove Rangers 0. And another great night at Ibrox once again. Scottish Cup action underway. We love to see it. We got the job done tonight, so we're here to give our thoughts, opinions, and stuff on the game, the players, the goals. So stay tuned for that. But before we get into it, if you like the video, subscribe to the channel, like the video on YouTube, and subscribe to the socials will be on the screen. So, going into this one, it was just great to see Rangers back finally. We've all been dreading that international break. It's horrible to sit through that kind of pain for a couple of weeks. But finally, we are back. Cove Rangers at home. We've been looking forward to it. Looking forward to a lot of players getting game time, players stepping in and stuff like that. So, starting off with the starting lineup anyway. How did you feel about that? John McLaughlin came in, Bassey, Patterson obviously started, Arfield was in, Scott Wright, Defoe. How did you feel about it?
I was completely not happy with it, mate, but no Greg Stewart starting, but no. No, I was happy with the lineup. I was happy to see Scott finally get a sort of full 90 minutes to play and shows what he can do.
I was happy with the lineup, to be honest with you. A bit of experience in there, obviously, which is well needed for cup ties, as we've seen throughout this season, and a few players coming into the starting lineup. And for the get go, as you're saying, the man there, Scott Wright, looked very positive for the start. The whole team looked very positive. Roof and Wright were linking up perfectly. Defoe had a few opportunities. Davis was playing well, and we were all looking for that first goal. Took maybe longer than a lot of people is expected, but 20 minutes into the game, before that, Roof actually hit the post with one, and you were thinking, are we actually going to score today? But eventually we did get that one. Defoe on 20, 25 minutes or something like that, takes the ball up, running towards goal, and he strikes it like a rocket into the bottom corner. Just can't give that man that quality, that amount of room. And I was pleased to see Jermaine Defoe back on the score sheet tonight.
I was tremendous to see him back on the score sheet. You feel like he's going to play in these kind of games, and as you say, mate, you can't give him that space. And what a strike that is, by the way, sensational.
Nah,
Top bins.
Aye, sensational, just showing his class again. I just watched his interviews there, as I said before we started recording there. Just oozes class throughout everything that he does, Jermaine Defoe. And he's just a guy I love having around the club, just an absolute top pro. He nearly gets his second. Scott Wright, great work again. He picks out Defoe perfectly. And then you just see the Cove Rangers defender comes in, sort of tackles Defoe off the ball. Could have been two for him, but it was short-lived, the 1-0 anyway. 2-0 very, very quickly. Roof grabbing one after that. Great pressing work for Calvin Bassey. And then it breaks to Defoe. Defoe passes it in. I can't remember who hit the shot. It was a good save initially for the keeper, and then it just pops back out for Roof. And it's good to see Roof again back. He's not scored for a while. Back in the starting 11 again. Looking very sharp, I must say, Roof did tonight.
Oh, listen, it's just a proper striker. I was happy to see him. I know as you're saying, at first he was not putting him in the net, but he kept going at it. That's what I love about Kemar. He just keeps going till he finally does the business. And it's good to see him get on the score sheet. Same with the four. I thought, as you're saying, first half was just superb. Do you know what I mean? When you're coming off an international break, that was just boring. No, it was Stephen Davis for some of the passes I was saying to you, like seventh minute, the pass he played to Patterson.
No, aye,
Just
right, aye.
superb.
Great pass that
But
was, and
no,
all, aye.
I'm just real happy with obviously the first half performance. I'm happy to get the goals in there. But as you say, I'm just happy overall with first half, mate.
Aye, I'm happy with the first half. It seemed like the incentive was to go out there, get your goals fast, build up a few, which we obviously did, and then we can come back second half, give a few of the other team minutes and stuff like that, hopefully build on that. But we made that 3-0 pretty quickly again after Roof's first one. Great work again. I'm just going to be saying this for the full video. Scott Wright again down that side. Worked his ass off, gets the ball into the box, Roof's there, smashes it into the top of the net. Again, great finish, shows how sharp Roof has definitely been working on his finishing and his game since we've been away, international break and stuff like that. So, as you say, you just love the mentality, the attitude for Roof. He's just a guy who always wants the best version of himself, you'll say.
No, definitely, mate. As I say, he's just we're trying until he puts it in the net. As you're saying, Scott Wright as well, man. He was link-up play between him and Roof, and that was just superb. Thought Patterson was terrific as well. I thought Patterson had a really good game.
Aye.
But no, I think we're touched on the second half. But no, I just enjoyed the first half. As I was saying, just since the international break, it was a real what I like to see attacking football, mate. Just going at it full throttle. Didn't give him a minute to breathe.
Aye, exactly it. Exactly what everybody would have wanted going into it. Players, like you say, Roof and Defoe and Wright all coming into their own, putting in a good shift for the team, getting the job done, getting us into the next round. And Patterson, a man you mentioned there, makes it 4 just on the stroke of half time. I mean, that's great running to close a guy down, and it's a nice finish for him as well for his second Rangers goal. Looked very good tonight as well. It's just it's obviously annoying that he's going to be banned eventually, but that is what it is. As we say, you always learn for the things, and he looks like a guy. He's going to be one for the future, definitely. Next few seasons, hopefully, he's going to be a regular starter because every time we've seen him so far, he's been absolutely exceptional.
Oh, listen, I don't know about yourself, but for me, I'm going to probably say for me, he was my man in the match personally. I just thought he was superb the night, man. He didn't give him a minute to breathe at all. And as you're saying, I just think he has to be in that international fold. But I think Tav's got real competition now. To be honest with you, I think the performances Patterson's put in have just been superb. But no, I can't see him not playing at the moment. As I say, with the bands and that, it's a bit. You sort of have to take it. Do you know what I mean? Because obviously you've done what you've done. So take your medicine and we move on, as you say, and hopefully learns from it and becomes a top professional.
Aye, and that's what it's all about for him. Bassey and Cole. Bassey again putting a good shift tonight. Looked very dangerous down the left hand side. What we were known to see at the very start of the season. Looked very promising. But we go in at half time, 4-0 up. Tie's done. Wright, Roof, linking well, great goals. Looked a real threat, and it was time to obviously get players like Cedric Eaton, Greg Stewart, players like that on, get them minutes for obviously the upcoming ties we've got. But it was not a poor first half. They didn't go in for us in the second half. Plenty of chances around the box. They were defending really deep, sitting with basically their full team in the box. I don't think they actually registered a shot for the full game. I could be wrong, but McLaughlin had nothing to do again. Plenty of chances. I know.
It's an clean sheet.
I know. Clean sheet in the Rangers jersey.
Was that 12 in it? 12 clean sheets?
No sure on it, but it's definitely up and about that numbers anyway. And again, although he didn't have anything to do tonight, he still needs to guard the goal as best he can. And another clean sheet for the guy, which is great to see. But as I said, plenty of chances, just wouldn't go in for us. Cedric Eaton obviously came on. He huffed and puffed. The landlord, the Motherwell. Scott Wright again probably looked the best threat throughout the first and second half. Again, trying to make stuff happen. He was getting in behind a lot, getting crosses into the box, and it just wouldn't fall for anybody. And then Greg Stewart come on, and you were hoping, praying for the sake of our channel here that he would score again, put in a decent shift again. He looked good every time we've seen him this season. And I know you were happy when he came on.
I was chuffed, mate. See with that second half, I just went to hang with Big Hollander. Like you still had players on there who had been on the international break, so let me play another sort of full 90, man. That's incredible. You think Arfield was away on the international duty? For me, he was woeful that second half. But no, I would have just rather had a camera on Morelos for the remainder of the game, just smacking Tav.
Yes, that's what I was actually going to say. That was the highlight of the second half. I was sort of dozing off, and then the camera goes on Morelos, and he's just acting like an absolute wee dafty. He's the most Colombian Scottish guy I've ever fucking seen in my life. He's just got like the pure patter that anybody in Scotland would have. Rattling Tav and all that. He's just an absolute wee dafty. But that was definitely the highlight. I'm looking forward to looking at all the videos on Twitter and stuff about that, because that was class. But at the end of the day, that was the job done. Nothing really else to comment on the second half. It was missed chance after missed chance. Hadji obviously came on, Stewart and stuff like that. But job done, first half, 4-0. We move on, and the draw was done the day earlier on. Celtic at Ibrox in a couple of weeks now. Was kind of shocked when I seen that. I can't remember the last time Rangers and Celtic actually played each other in a cup tournament that wasn't at Hampden, so it must have been years and years ago anyway. So what's your thoughts going into this one now in a few weeks? Obviously, we'll talk about it in the podcast near the time, but how do you feel about the draw?
Well, obviously you'd want that sort of game for a semi or even a final, but early on, I don't know, it just feels a bit weird, but you'll take it. I mean, let's just hope we do the job, get ourselves through to the next stage of the competition, because this is a cup I feel that we have to win. I mean, we've been at finals and we've fluffed it, and obviously we've had several moments, but I just feel like we have to win it this year for me. But as you say, we'll get more in depth with it when the game comes around. But let's hope we just do the business, mate. That's the main thing.
Nah, yeah, that is the main thing. This is probably the most important thing for both clubs in Glasgow now. Rangers and Celtic both going for this cup, both tied each other pretty early on the cup. I think every other team in the tournament will still be looking at it like, well, a big team's going to go out here. This is a big chance again for somebody else to go on and win the cup. So there'll be that into it. Celtic obviously need to do something to save their season. We need to then go and win the double. So it's going to be a great game. But as we said, we'll talk about it near the time in a couple of weeks on the podcast before it. But you said your man of the match was Nathan Patterson.
For me,
my man of the match is going to be... I'm going to go with Scott Wright tonight. I thought Scott Wright, all he needed was a goal. But apart from that, he had his assist, he had the positivity and behind. He was making stuff happen even in a second half where it kind of dropped off a bit. For him, for me, he was outstanding today. And definitely...
He put in a top shift, mate, tonight. I think he showed that even if we lose, see if Kent goes down with an injury, I think we're all right, because Scott Wright, for me, did put in a real serious shift, and that's a good bit of business Rangers have done there yet again. No. Scouting, do you know what I mean? I think when we all like sort of heard that he was coming to the club, it was a bit, Scott Wright, why are we signing him? But listen, I think he's going to prove in a long time why he's been signed.
I'm pretty much the same as well. I think a lot of the Rangers fans are similar. Looks to be a really good find, getting him in right now, getting him in with the squad and all that. Obviously, he's won the league title now as well. And then for next season, that's only going to benefit him in the long run. So Scott Wright definitely going to be a superstar, I believe, at Rangers. I think he's going to be an absolute quality signing. I really like the look of him in the early stages, and I really like the look of him tonight. So man of the match for him, man of the match Patterson for you. Let us know your thoughts on the game. I feel that we've covered everything that we could in the comments below. And we'll be back for the podcast now on Tuesday to dive into this game a bit more and then look at the draw again, look at the upcoming game. I think it's Hibs next Sunday or Saturday or something like that. So we'll look at that.
They win the night, no?
I don't actually know. I've not looked at any other games. I don't even know if we're playing tonight. It might be tomorrow. I'm not sure. But we play them Sunday. We'll cover that in the podcast as well. And if you did like this reaction, comment your thoughts, subscribe to the channel and follow the socials, and we'll see you for that podcast on Tuesday. Cheers.